Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I'm so excited because we're going to be doing another fall arrangement. It's going to be the last one, I believe, until we transition and move forward into Christmas. So I'm going to get everybody's comments pulled up. As you come into the video today, make sure you'll leave a comment down below. Let me know where you are watching from. And also, if it's your first time joining and watching here at Ellis Home and Garden on their Facebook page, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know you're a first-time viewer so we can welcome you to the page here. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. Hope everyone is having a fabulous October 1st. I cannot believe it's October 1st. This whole year has literally flown by. But you know what? I'm so excited it is October 1st because that means we're 2 months away from Christmas, which I'm so excited for. Let's see. Here I am right there. See if I can get that up and going. There we go. Hey Christy, hey Angela, hey Shelly, hey Maureen, how are ya? So again guys, my name is Dylan from Designs by Dylan. You can find me on Facebook and it's D-Y-L-A-N. And I'm here this morning just like every Tuesday at 10 at Ellis Home and Garden to showcase their fabulous products. And I don't just say that because I worked here for a long time and I continue to shop here, but I really do love them. The quality is great. Everything that they have here is wonderful and I use it in my personal decor. Hey Dorothy, hey Cynthia. So today, we're going to be using a fabulous glitter copper pumpkin. These are so cool. You can put these in wreaths and arrangements, but we're going to put these and make a centerpiece out of them. We're going to bring back an old friend, which is that fabulous leopard ribbon. And for anyone new who's watching, we offer an item of the week each and every week here at Ellis Home and Garden to show our appreciation to you guys for watching, joining in, and shopping. So this week we were thinking about what are we going to do for the item of the week, and then we thought, you know what? We're not going to do an item of the week. We're going to do 20% off your entire purchase today. So all you got to do, honey, is when you go to check out, you use coupon code ONLINE20 to receive 20% off your entire purchase. That includes sale items. So for example, if this ribbon is 50% off, you will get an additional 20 today only, and it's exclusive to our online members only. So when you go to check out at ellishomeandgarden.com, you put the coupon code in ONLINE20 to receive 20% off your entire purchase. So we thought we would do that again just to express and share our appreciation to you guys for watching and tuning in and joining each week. And we thought that'd be a little bit more beneficial than maybe an item of the week. So that's going to be for online only. Hey Amy, Brenda, Delta, Barbara. Girl, we have got so much to talk about. I've had a crazy week. We had the East Texas Angel Network benefit on Friday, and then Saturday we had the Neil McVoy concert, which goes along with the benefit. I do the centerpieces and table decorations every year for the benefit. So this past month has been crazy and stressful for everybody just because we've been ready to get it done, and it got here, and now it's over with. So now we have a clean, fresh breath of air. And so we did that on Friday and Saturday. I got pulled over again, which I'll tell you that story in just a little bit. But it's been a crazy weekend. I also got started on my Christmas decor at my home. So I'm going to tell you guys about that too and what kind of I've been working on as well. Hey Tree, hey Annette. So as you guys come in, leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Say hello. Hope y'all had a fabulous weekend as well. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be doing a fall arrangement. So I have just a piece of styrofoam here, and you don't always have to go and spend money on a container or a base. You can use styrofoam as your base or your platform, and you can use some moss, either Spanish moss or green sheet moss, to kind of camouflage your foam. Now, you're probably going to say, Dylan, that's going to scratch my furniture. Well, girl, what you can do is you can go to Michael's or some type of craft store that sells felt, even Walmart maybe, and put a piece of felt underneath here. Very inexpensive, maybe like 97 cents. Put that felt underneath there, you can hot glue it. Therefore, when you set this foam on your furniture, it won't scratch anything or damage it in any way. So again, you could just put a piece of felt under there. Hey Peggy from Florida, how are you? Hey Carrie, Debbie, Carla, Susan from Tennessee, how are you? Hey Barbara, my Texas girl. I hope the weather is good in Michigan. I know here in Texas it's still freaking hot. It's October 1st, but next Monday, the lows, are y'all ready for this? The lows are 57 and the high 79. So fall is right around the corner. The weather's coming. I'm so excited. So I'm just holding on for that. Hey Cleo, how are you? Hey Jackie from Massachusetts. Hey Anita, how are you, my girl? Hey Gladys. Okay, so we're gonna start by using our pumpkins. So this is my best friend, okay? In my monthly design group, Dylan's Divas, I give all the tips and tricks to floral design. I give my interpretations, my perspective on floral design, really give the ins and outs, but I also give you tools that are my absolute favorite, and tools that might be my favorite are not always expensive. This is extremely cheap and inexpensive. It's just these 6-inch wooden picks with a piece of wire. I love these because they make instant picks to go on your pumpkins, and they really help attach it. So I'm just gonna clip off that wire, and I'm gonna use these and attach them on the pumpkins on the bottom. These pumpkins are new, they're online only, so they're exclusive to the online community here, and they're styrofoam, so they're so lightweight and easy to use. And now that I have, let me see. Now that I have put that on there, I'm gonna put a little glue at the bottom, just to make sure that doesn't come out of there. I don't think it will. Hey Lynn, how are you? And also guys, if you're wondering where Gina is this morning, here at Ellis Summer Garden, they have a pumpkin patch, and she is outside this morning. They have field trips with kids, and she loves kids and doing all that stuff, so she's out there helping with the kids. So I told her I would fly solo today. This is smoking, honey, like my tailpipe, okay? Ooh, honey. Anyway, she is out there with this kid, so I told her if she, when she gets done, to come on in here if she has time. Hey, Ellen. Okay, so we have 2 pumpkins. Now, honey, let's not put them in like that. It looks like something else. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that. We want to offset them to where they're a little bit catty-cornered. And I'm just clipping off a little bit of this stem. Okay, so let's put a little glue on her. That glue is hot. And get these into our foam, okay? We're going to do that on both of them. Just like that. Make sure that you get them in there good so they're not going to come out, so you can see that they're catty-cornered. Hey Judy, how are you, girl from Michigan? Let's take a poll, okay? So I told you guys, I began my Christmas decor. Has anybody else watching started on their Christmas stuff? If you have, leave a comment and say yes or no. I would love to know. Hey Lacey, how are you? Hey Becky. Okay, so those are good to go. So, honey, the next thing we have got to do is camouflage this styrofoam, because there's nothing worse than some tacky, trashy styrofoam. So, take you some moss of some sort. I'm going to use this good old Spanish moss here. And we're just going to use this here and there to camouflage. Now, this is going to make a mess, but it's okay. And listen, Linda, here's another trick, okay? Don't ever glue your moss to your styrofoam. That creates a hard layer. It's very hard to take a stem or a pick and insert it through hot glue. So what you gotta do, girl, is get you some of these greening pins, super inexpensive. They're little U-shaped pins, and you can use those to attach your moss without creating that hard layer that's really hard to get through. Y'all are disappointing me. Y'all said, no, I have Halloween up. Yeah, it's like Halloween's in a month. Well, listen, honey. So I have to do Christmas installs. And you know, I do both residential and commercial, and I'm super blessed, and I have a lot to do. So those really take off in the middle of October. So that leaves me about 2 weeks at the beginning of October to complete my house for Christmas. If I don't get it done in those 2 weeks, the possibility of it getting done is very slim. So I started on my built-ins. I took everything out of my built-ins, and I put it in my Christmas Village in Park 56. I added a lot of new pieces this year, which I'm so excited to showcase and share. I'll be doing a home tour video on my YouTube channel that I launched this year, and you'll get to see all of the stuff that I put in my built-ins and everything like that, and explanation of why I chose those pieces. So I got the built-ins done, and that includes the setting up of the village, the wiring, hiding the cords, the trees, the accessories, and then I did the mantle. So that is what I've got completed so far. And it looks kind of tacky in my house right now because I have half Halloween up, half Christmas, but that's just kind of how it is, because as I complete the Christmas, I take down more of the Halloween stuff. Hey Melody, how are ya? Hey Lacey. I used to, Lacey, I mean I do still, but you know, they just took over, so I had to move them into October. So y'all can see there with that moss, it camouflaged the bottom. Julie, if anything's going to give me a stroke or a coronary, girl, it's freaking extension cords. So I put my villages, or my Department 56, in the built-ins, okay? And so I have to use white cords to match my built-ins and go through and hide them. And I use Scotch tape, I use boxing tape, anything clear, because sometimes if a cord is off just a little bit, it will literally drive me to drink. And I'm trying to stop. So I do go check. Let's take another poll really quick, because I have an announcement I want to tell you guys. Who here collects Department 56 villages? I've asked you before, but it's a new year, honey. It's a new day and a new month, and Christmas is right around the corner. So if you collect Department 56 villages, just put yes down below, because I have an exciting announcement for you guys. Hey Annie, how are you? Good morning. Hey Vicky. I have some of my divas watching this morning. Okay, so I'm just going around, guys, with the moss and camouflaging. the best that I can remember, I'm using these right here. Will actually, my sister helps me a lot. Morgan helps me a lot. Okay, so I'm seeing some yeses on Department 56. Okay. Y'all make sure you share your photos of your display. I would love to see. Shoot them over to me at Designs by Dylan. Oh my God, Lisa, please send some pics. I want to see your collection. And Pam too. Oh my God. Hey, Sheila. Okay. So, are y'all ready? Last year was the first year. Well, can we talk? I feel like I need a stool. So, I'm obsessed with Department 56. I always have been. And it's very territorial as far as where you can sell it. And so, here in Longview, there was no one that sold Department 56. And for 10 years, I worked at Ellis, and I always thought, how can I get that into the stores? Just because I feel like it'll be so beneficial to our customers, and it's a different thing that we would have that no one else would have. And what I mean by territorial is if we sell it here, you can't sell it down the road. They cut that off. They want people to have exclusive selling rights. So I was able to get it last year for the first time. It was just a trial run, so we did it in the Longview location only. You probably remember me showing you on some videos. So this year's our second year. It will be in all of our locations, as well as certain pieces will be online. So they just received it in stock, so they're getting it uploaded, getting it set. So as soon as it's ready, I'm going to be doing a video, and I'm going to show you how you can take a simple Department 56 house and you can make a beautiful display with just one. And of course you can expand from then on, but certain pieces that are exclusive here at Ellis will be online only for you guys. Some of those pieces, if you're a big collector like me, you already know, you already looked at them, you got a catalog in the mail, but there's a new one that, you ever heard of Shelley's Diner? That's my all-time favorite village for Department 56. It's an old-fashioned diner. It has a blinking sign. It's my all-time fave. And they have a new one this year, after like 10 years of that one being retired, called Scooter's Diner. So that's going to be awesome. It's going to be online. There's some new Christmas vacation pieces, such as Aunt Bethany's house. That's going to be online. So I'll show you guys all that stuff as we get more in. Ooh, I bet that's pretty, Connie. I collect Snow Village, original Snow Village. That's just one of the themes that they have, which is basically just like a Christmas village. And hey, Sue, how are you? Hey, Janice. And Anita asked how many I have. I have probably around 100, although I have no place for all of them. So what I do is I pick and choose each year which are my favorites, and I kind of cycle them out. So I still have tons that are in boxes, but I put out the ones that I like this year. I try and buy 2 or 3 pieces that are exclusive every year that might not come back. So this year, I'm probably going to purchase Aunt Bethany's house, which goes with Christmas Vacation, and Scooter's Diner, which is a new diner. And if that gets discontinued, I want to make sure that I have it. So those are the new pieces I'm going to do. Hey Chrissy, what's up with you, girl? It is October 1st. We are gearing up for Christmas. It's right around the corner. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Y'all can see the moss on there. Look at this, honey. I'm just going to scoop this off on the floor. Get it out of the way. Just like so. Hey, Marion, how are you? Hey, Diane, good morning. And listen, honey, I didn't buy all those at one time. It's been a slow process over the years, but before you know it, you accumulate a ton. Okay, so it's time to bring out one of our friends, the Maple Ivy Swag. You guys know this is like a staple of mine during the fall season. But before we use this, we're going to use our ribbon, okay? So I've got 2 different leopard ribbons. If you search for this on the website, you can just go to the top where the search bar is and type in leopard. These are the only 2 leopard things that are on the website, so it'll pull up, but one's in brown, one's in a lighter gold color. We're actually going to mix these together. Also, don't forget, for anyone who just popped on, instead of offering an item of the week this week, we are offering 20% off your entire purchase. So all you have to do is go to ellishomeandgarden.com, buy everything that you want. When you go to the checkout page, it's going to ask for a coupon code. You use coupon code ONLINE20 to receive 20% off your entire purchase, exclusive to online today only. Carla, they have tons of churches. I have about 5 or so, but there's probably like 50 that have been over the years. And the thing about Department 56 is they put out pieces and then they retire them, so you can no longer get them. So that a lot of them are exclusive for that year, so you have to make sure you get it. But they have churches you can get on eBay. They've got tons. Hey, Chrissy, thank you so much. I love you for being here. Terry, I have just started, so I just have my built-ins done and my mantle, and that's all so far. I think I'm just going to use the brown, actually. So I'm going to take this brown, and I'm just going to make me a small bow, okay? So I'm thinking about, let's do just 2 loops. So a small 2-loop bow. And we're going to do 2 of these to put on each side of our pumpkins. Hey Belinda, hey Denise, hey Carolyn. I feel so bad Dina's not in here. She's out there doing the field trips today. Okay. Thanks, Jeannie. Okay, guys. Heck no, Anita. He does not. He's not allowed to touch anything. Josh does not help me decorate. He would rather just come home and it be done. Which is great, because I don't want to touch anything. Now, every once in a while, he'll say, he won't really say if he likes something, but he'll say if he don't like it, child. I mean, if you come in the house and he don't like, he'll be like, that's ugly. And I'm like, goodbye. No one asked you. You know, but he will tell me that. Hey, Jan Cook, how are ya? Okay. So I've got 2 smaller bows here. And let me show you how I'm going to attach them, okay? Super simple. Take one of those greening pins and then just use that to attach your bow. I want to put the bows on each side here. So I'm going to start with the one back here. Take that greening pin and add that through there. And then once you get the bow on there, you can go back and trim off that excess pipe cleaner because you're not going to need it. Okay, so we have one bow there. We're going to flip this around and do the same thing. Hi Kay, hey Emily, how are you, beautiful? Emily, your hair looks so good. I'm obsessed with long hair, y'all. Y'all should know this. I think long hair is great, and people who have long hair and want to cut it, I freak out. But Emily had really long hair, Emily Garcia, who's watching, and she cut it, and it looks so good. So that just goes to show you, girl, you can pull off both. Oh, okay. Hey, Becky. Connie, what are we doing? We are probably celebrating that we made it through the year without killing each other. I think that's probably how we're going to celebrate. No, I don't know. I think we need to take a trip together. I'm not sure where or what trip. There's 2 major things that Josh and I want to do, and one that he really wants to do. He's obsessed with Harry Potter, so I think that he wants to go really bad to Universal Studios. So that would be one possibility. And the second possibility, he is dying to go. He will not shut up. Dying to go to Alaska, to like an Alaskan cruise. So either of those are possibilities. I would like to do either one. I would love Alaska because it's cold and I don't have to burn up, you know, and it's hot up in Orlando. So I don't know. Has anyone here been on an Alaskan cruise? Tell me if it's worth it and if you enjoyed it or not. I know that is crazy, Emily. It gives me anxiety thinking about it, but it looks so good. Hey girl, hey Donna from Florida. I want to see your hair. Is that creepy? Oh, I thought you were talking about mine. You're like, quick, you can see it. Okay, so Margie said she's been. Okay guys, so I have this swag here. I'm going to go back on the back of here and cut this apart real quick. So I have individual pieces to add onto my arrangement here. And then I'm going to fold these in half and cut them again. So I'm basically getting 4 picks out of 1 swag. These are on the website. Don't forget, use coupon code online20 today only to receive 20% off your entire purchase. That's on top of the sale prices. Okay, Sarah said she loved it. Okay, so it sounds to me like you guys think that it was definitely worth it and that I should go and do it. So, hey, that might be what we do to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of living together. Okay, so we're going to start on the ends, guys. Add in our pieces. I kind of work side to side so that I keep everything as symmetric as possible. Cut your stems. Thank you guys for sharing the video. I so appreciate it. So now we're going to come to this end. Do the same thing. And then as you add your stems in, of course, you're going to have to shift them around to make everything look proportioned with each other. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add these pieces in here. On the corners, you want your longest pieces to be at the end, of course, and this is going to make a great foundation. Well, here's the thing, Myra. It's okay to me if it's not a party boat, because I love to relax. I'm like the most chill, laid-back homebody you ever met. So as long as I can sit there and look at the icebergs, honey, I don't want anything to happen like the Titanic, but look at all that stuff and the scenery and drink some wine, that's my type of vacation. I would be good to go with that. Hey Anita, you know, just all over Pinterest. I love Pinterest, but most of the time I take a design that I've done in the past and then replicate it or reintroduce it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut another one of these up. I think these were like $8.99 before the 20%, and then you can take an additional 20% off of these today only. And guys, don't forget that leopard ribbon, which is fabulous. That's online exclusive only. It's only available to our online members. Okay, it is story time. Can we talk? I want to tell y'all about the craziest thing that happened to me ever. And y'all tell me if this has ever happened to you, because it's a bunch of bull, okay? Yes, Francis, I'm about to tell you one. So, here we go. Once upon a time, we had a benefit called the East Texas Angel Network. And that is the one that I told you at the beginning of the video that I decorated for on Friday night. So what I did this year is I was able to purchase everything for the benefit online, which meant it come in cardboard boxes. So I had tons of stuff. There was 44 tables and all, so I had tons of stuff. And I have a new Chevy Blazer, so it's a SUV. So I laid the seats down. And I live in Hallsville, which is about 20 minutes from where the benefit was. So I didn't want to drive back and forth 15 times. So I crammed, me and Josh on Wednesday night, I crammed every single thing I had in that car. It was from floor to ceiling, front to back. You could not see out the windows. And thank God I had the backup camera. But, I mean, I had to do that because I had to get to the benefit and I didn't want to go back to my house. So I got it to all fit in there barely. Like if I moved an inch, something would fall and hit the gear shift. So that was on Wednesday night. So setup was on Thursday at 3 o'clock. And every single morning I go at 10 o'clock every day to get a Dr. Pepper at McDonald's. Now, yes, I'm dieting still, but I do have one Dr. Pepper every morning, and I go buy one because if I have them in the fridge, I'll drink them. So I can't do it. So I go at 10 o'clock to get my Dr. Pepper like usual. I'm on the way back. I'm literally a mile from my street where my house is. And I'm on the phone with Morgan. I'm talking to Morgan, and I see this police officer who's coming this way. He does a U-turn and comes up behind me. And he hadn't turned his lights on yet, but I told Morgan, I think I'm about to get pulled over. And then he turned his lights on. I was like, girl, I am about to get pulled over. What the heck? I knew I wasn't speeding, so I said, let me call you back. So, plink, I hung up on her. Hey, Jan. So, we pull over into my neighborhood. How embarrassing. His lights are on, and before he can even get to my window, he gets out of his car. I am pissed because I know I was not speeding. So I rolled the window down and I stuck my head out, and I said, I was not speeding, was I? He says, no, you have a obstruction, and that's against the law. I said, obstruction? Like, girl, the only obstruction I ever heard of was maybe one in your bowels, okay? I mean, get some Miralax. So, I said, what do you mean an obstruction? And he says, you have an obstruction in front of your windows and your viewpoints, and you can't see the road, therefore that's against the law, and then we give tickets for that. I said, you've got to be freaking kidding. You have got to be kidding. And that's how I said it. And I was drinking on my doctor. I was like, you've got to be kidding. Okay. He said also, your license plate, I don't have my license plate set yet because I have a new car. It's flapping up in the wind. So you should have got back there and put some Scotch tape on it. Do I look like Tim the Tool Man? No one told me that. It's a temporary license plate. That is not my responsibility. That is the dealership, okay? And I said, sir, the license plates are actually in. I just need to go pick them up. And second of all, I've never heard of an obstruction. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What in the heck? So he told me, well, this time I won't give you a ticket. But you know, he went back there and ran my license and my registration and wrote me a written warning. And he says, you really need to clear that up. And I said, I'm not clearing this up till 3 o'clock when I drop this off, sir. I'm not unpacking my car. But have y'all ever heard of some crap like that? An obstruction. Honey, please. Only time I ever had an obstruction is maybe after Taco Bell. Not in my car windows. So yes, that's what happened to me on Thursday morning on the way. And I said, you know, sir, this is for charity. So I'm trying to do a good deed, and look what happens. I get pulled over by the police. But the police in Hallsville, shout out to the police in Hallsville if you're watching, they'll pull you over for nothing. You sneeze, honey, they'll pull you over. You swerve, you're drunk. I mean, something every time. Yeah, I know, never heard of it. Me either. But now I'm very educated, so stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay, so I'm just working these leaves around. For anyone who just popped on, my name is Dylan with Designs by Dylan. Welcome to our videos here at Ella's Home and Garden. Oh, look, Gina has arrived. Gina, everybody's telling you how much. I feel so bad because she's not here. Gina is back, honey. She's been with the children. I just told a story. I'm going to tell it again really quick because I want Gina to hear this. Gina, let me tell you real quick. You know, I did the East Texas Angel Network benefit. It was set up was Thursday at 3 o'clock. So at that night before Wednesday, I packed, everything came in cardboard boxes like that. So I had my car packed floor to ceiling, back to, Gina used to be a cop. So anyway, tell you, she's heard about this crap. So I had my car packed up, okay? Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, setup wasn't till 3. My car was full, but I go every morning, as you know, to get a Dr. Pepper. So I ran to McDonald's, like I was on the way back home, and a mile from my street. And I was on the phone with Morgan, and this cop turned around, and he came up behind me, and he put his lights on. I said, Morgan, I think I'm getting pulled over. I was going like 30 miles an hour. I knew I wasn't speeding. So, you know, I was so pissed that I pulled over. Before he could get to my window, I put my head up the window, and I said, I was not speeding, was I? You know when he pulled me over? I had an obstruction in front of my windows, and I could not see. He says that was against the law, that I could not see out the windows, because I had boxes, you know, from floor to ceiling, and that it was against the law, and that my license plates, you know, are temporary. I needed to put Scotch tape on them because it was blowing up in the wind. I said, sir, the only obstruction I've ever had is maybe after Taco Bell. I said, I've never heard of this before. And he went back there and ran my license and registration and gave me a written warning and told me that hopefully I didn't get stopped again before 3 o'clock. And I said, I'm not pulling over again before 3 o'clock. I've got to go to the benefit. But yeah, he pulled me over because I had boxes in my window. Only in Hallsville. You ever heard of that? Dumb. That is so dumb. Hey Judy, how are you? Yes, safety first, child. I guess so. Okay, everybody's saying hey Dana. Yes, she is back. How are the children? Well, we can't really say anything outside. So, good. Okay. How's your week been?
It's been.
Oh God, it's been. Well, Carrie, I did have mirrors, and also I told him, you know, I said, you know, I was such a smart mouth. I said, well, I do have a backup camera. I said, so, you know, when I reverse, I can see in there. And he says, that's not whatever he said. I was so, and then he wanted to talk to me and get all chatty about my car, like, oh, how pretty. No, we're not friends, okay? You shouldn't have pulled me over.
Pigs that look like frosted Christmas tree branches. Do we have those?
Probably out there. There is some, they're like cedar, and they have some snow on them, so they resemble that. Does that keep saying low connection today?
Not yet.
But not say anything out loud. Hey, Carrie.
You just got a phone call.
I did?
So I just...
From who? Oh, you know who that is? They've been calling me, they're going to tell me they're going to lower my interest rate on my car. I just got new insurance. Thank you. I don't need any more. Carrie, are you for real? Did you see her comment? You mean they were like floor to ceiling? And you didn't send me a box? Oh my God. Did you see the Part 56 stuff we got in?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's so cute. It's back there. I was telling everybody we're going to do a video soon showing how to do it because we're going to sell some online. Oh gosh. So anyway, guys, yes, that is what has been happening with me. Besides getting pulled over the benefit, I started my Christmas decor at my house, and everything is coming together. Everybody said, "What are you and Josh going to celebrate for your 1 year of living together?" I said that we didn't kill each other. Okay, I've got one more piece I'm going to add in.
She had like 150 boxes.
Holy moly. Gladys, I got a ticket in Hallsville for speeding. I was speeding, but I asked him why he didn't pull the people over who were passing me like I was standing still. He said he got me because I was last in line. So if you're going to speed, be in the middle. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I know not to speed in Hallsville, y'all. There's certain places around town here you don't speed. Like the biggest one is White Oak. No.
Lakeport.
They'll pull you over if you sneeze. I mean, it's just crazy. Lakeport over there by T Blanco?
Yeah.
Great, I speed there all the time. No, I can't do a trailer because I will lose control. Okay, have I told y'all that story? Can we have a story time? Let's talk real quick. Once upon a time, when my mom, this is back when I lived at home, I was in high school. We had a big 2-story house, huge yard. Therefore, I decorated a ton for outside at Christmas, and I had all my wireframe yard art stuff in the storage building down the street. So we had a friend come, and he brought a trailer over because he brought us something on the trailer, and he left it at our house. So Mom and I got this bright idea one day, let's go get the Christmas stuff from the storage building to go outside. So, now anyone who knows anything about a trailer, you're going to be like, Dylan, are you kidding? So we took the trailer, and we slammed it down on the hitch of the truck, and we couldn't get it off, so we thought, oh honey, it ain't coming off. It's stuck on there, it's good to go. This is a true story. So, I mean, we tried everything, it wouldn't come off. Now, you know, honey, you got to put the thing on the hitch, and then you got to put the chain on there so it doesn't fly off. Well, we thought we were so cool, you know, my mom was so cool. So, we pull out of the driveway, and we live on, this is on George Ritchie, so Dina knows, there is ditches or culverts down the side of the road. And one of those culverts on the right side, honey, it goes off into like a little creek or something. So, we take off, and it's 55 miles per hour. My mom does not know what slow down means, so she was going 120 like Cruella, and flying down the street. All of a sudden, we heard this noise, and we look up in the rearview mirror, and that trailer is bouncing, and it bounced one more time, and it came off the hitch, flew down into the culvert, into the pond. And I thought, Mom said, Dylan, was that the trailer? I said, yeah, it's a trailer. So she pulls over, we're on the side of the road, and we both get out, and I'm on the side of the road like this, like, oh my God, how stupid. And she's laughing her butt off, like peeing her pants. And then I say, oh no, the school bus is coming, and all the kids I go to school with are going to be driving by, and I'm on the side of the road with the trailer in the ditch. Okay, how butch. And and I was like, oh my God, so I had to get in the street. So there was a Jeep behind the trailer, and that man was swerving, honey, because he thought that trailer was going to come back and kill him. So he actually helped us pull the trailer out of the ditch. Can you imagine if I'd had my Christmas stuff on there? That was on the way to storage, thank God, because my deer would have been leaping through the air, honey, into the pond. But that is a true story about the trailer. It bent the whole, is it called an axle? I don't know. Bent the whole axle up. So the guy asked what happened. Hey, Lauren. The guy asked what happened, and I was like, girl, I don't know. And it was all muddy and stuff. It had been in that pond. So ever since then, we have not pulled a trailer. Let me tell you another story. Once upon a time, I hope he's watching too, because I don't care. Once upon a time, there was a person. He was with my mom. We're going to use any names, Tom. And he got this bright idea that we cannot make this up, like it just happens. He got this bright idea that he was going to take the grill that my mom was getting rid of. It was a big, pretty stainless steel grill, but the inside it kind of burned out. You know what I mean? The grates get whatever. It's like 10 years old. But he was going to take it and repurpose it. So he drove a little S10 truck. He came over to pick it up. My mom told him, this is a big old grill, guys. My mom told him, you have got to lay the grill down because it's going to come out of the truck. He says, no, it's not. No, it's not. There's sides on the truck. Well, the grill is like, 6 foot tall maybe. That's not right. 4 foot tall, 5 foot tall. And the sides of the truck are like this. So he tied a rope on it so it wouldn't come out of the truck. So he takes off down the road. And what happens? That thing flies over the tailgate, and it's got that rope on it. And so he drags it all the way down the road, sparking, shooting fire, banged up the back of the truck, beat the grill to hell. I mean, it was crazy. So anyway, what do we learn from this? You do not put things in the back of the truck without securing them. That ever happened to y'all? Hey, Dolores, how are you?
I got a story for you.
Oh, well, we have another story time from Dina. Okay. That scared the crap out of me, because it was on, and I thought it was a frog, because her battery's dying. And guys, in case you don't know, grab that thing and put it in front of the camera. When I came in this morning, there was something making noise that sounded like a frog, and I was getting scared because y'all know I'm terrified of bugs. And so this was hanging and kicking behind the door, scared me to turn her face around, scared me to death. Did you do that or Deborah?
Deborah did.
Well, her battery's dead, so she's been on too long. But her legs kick and stuff, and she screams. But she was going to go on. I turned her battery off. Thank you. Okay, what happened? You hear that noise like a frog?
My sister and I were going fishing.
This is recent or old time ago?
This is a few years ago.
Okay.
So we were, George Ritchie,
Mm-hmm.
we're pulling the
That
boat.
road's got bad thing.
We were going to Lake Gladewater.
Mm-hmm.
And she's cutting up and I'm cutting up with her, making her laugh and
Who's
stuff.
driving?
Tiffany.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I see something go past us. Well, that's stupid. That idiot's passing us and there's no passing zone. It was the boat.
On the trailer? Oh my God.
It had seared the ball on the back of the trailer hitch. It seared it.
And the boat was just
And the
going
boat was
back.
going right along beside us.
Did it fly off in the ditch?
Yes, it did.
Did it damage it?
No, well, the trailer hitch, because it seared it off.
But the boat didn't flip over?
No.
Did anybody stop to help you?
State trooper.
I hope he probably cussed y'all and said, y'all dumb or what? Did you think it was funny?
No, he didn't.
Oh my, that beats my story, okay? I didn't know I had a boat come beside me, but a trailer. But at least y'all had you hooked up. That was a freak accident. Mine wasn't even hooked up. It was just propped up on there. Lord. Okay, so let me check this out, see what we got going. Okay guys, so this is what we have right here for our arrangement. So we have the beautiful 2 copper pumpkins nested inside of that greenery. We used the leopard ribbon, and again we just used a piece of styrofoam, and you can take a piece of felt to go underneath it to protect your furniture and prevent any scratching or scraping. So that is good to go. So that completes our arrangement today. Don't forget, this item, everything on the website is 20% off today only. Use coupon code ONLINE20 at the time of checkout, and you'll be good to go. So I think we need to take a field trip, okay? Do you guys want to take a field trip real quick? Ellis has their pumpkin patch. They're beginning to set it up. By the way, did you see next Monday, low of 57, high 79 the whole week?
I haven't seen that
One
yet.
more week. And tonight is the first night of Freeform 31 Days of Halloween Hocus Pocus is on. So, did you watch 911?
Yes.
Okay, we've got to talk. Before we go on a field trip, y'all, did you guys watch 911? Holy crap. I knew something was going to happen with that water when she put her daughter in that car. But anyway, it's so good. I don't even know what to say about it. It was a lot going on, but it continues next week, the whole tsunami.
I just love Chris. That little boy, I just love him.
Oh, I know. It amazes me, like, you know what, something is actually wrong with him, right?
Yeah.
But it's amazing that people who have disabilities or autistic or whatever is wrong with them or dyslexic, they can act. It's just crazy. So, yes, 911 is awesome, but can you imagine a tsunami? That's like the scariest thing ever. Like that guy that drowned in the attic, that's just the craziest thing. And what do you do? Like those people were on that boat, and then here come that wave. You get a pull through. That's what happens. Anyway, it was really good. Okay, guys, let's take a field trip.
How many swags did you use?
I used 3 swags total. So 3 swags, 2 pumpkins. I used about maybe 3 yards of ribbon for the leopard. All of this stuff can be found at ellishomeandgarden.com. Don't forget to use coupon code ONLINE20 today only at checkout to receive your 20% off. Alright guys, let's go check out the pumpkin patch. Bear with us, the camera's going to shake for a second. I'm going to help Dina pick this up. Well, that's dumb. Oh, you want these to go too?
Oh.
Got it?
You get them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's go outside. Okay, things scared me to death. So in case you guys didn't know, every year at Ellis Home and Garden, they have an event called the Pumpkin Glow. Did you hear it's going 2 days?
Yes.
It's going to be 2 days this year. And
I'm doing one because I can't take off two nights.
and they have pumpkins literally everywhere outside. They have great decor, they have croutons, they have mums, they have everything you need to decorate for outdoors. I'm going to do a backflip in a minute, so let me turn around. We're going to start in the greenhouse. It's going to be kind of loud because the fans might be on, but I'm going to take you out to the property.
Kevin to the front, Kevin to the front.
So in the greenhouse, guys, They have pumpkins that you can of course purchase. They have all different kinds. I'm gonna have Dina kind of scan around and show y'all. They have your traditional orange. They have white. They have yellow. Yellow, those are new. I've never seen these. They're called white. They look yellow. Let's go out this back door. What is that guy coming out here?
These are new too. They're called banana pumpkins.
I don't know how I feel about those. Oh, look at those big ones. Jacks.
Big Macs. We've got the apples and the swans again this year.
Smells like okay, anyway. So, outdoor, oh my god, he's gonna be electrocuted. Make sure you put it on camera. Anyway, outdoor guys at Ellis, they have this big, huge, long pathway back here behind the property that extends all the way back, as you can see. So, do you want to walk through here? Let's take a walk, guys. I need exercise. Don't face plant anything, because I will run. So, I'm going to have Dina kind of scan around and show you guys as we walk through the path. This is open to the public, and every year it's open, but in the fall, it's really pretty because they just transform it and put all of this fall stuff out here in the pumpkins.
Don't have a lot of decorations up yet, but we've got some.
Have you been to Target and checked out their stuff? It's
Mm-mm.
super cute. This is all lit at night too, guys. See, they've got the lights up here at the top, so we're good to go. Who's that? Philip Proposal or something? And the Longview location is the only location that has something like this outside. Little spider. Oh, you can get a snake on me. So I'll just have her show you that too. I mean, the property for Ellis extends way back there. So this is all wooded, but it's landscaped. It looks super cute. We'll have a little makeout fest down there. Favorite parts. They haven't done this yet, but they usually nest pumpkins down in there.
Mm-hmm.
In the ivy, it looks really good. Love that. And it's still a work in progress. I believe the pumpkin glow is maybe the third Thursday of the month.
Like 17th and 18th, something like that.
Yeah, so they're still working to put things down here.
There'll be a cemetery in there.
It's really not bad out here. We're not in the sun yet.
Not in the sun. Well, yes, we can say we're not in the sun.
Also, everything out here is kid friendly. So they have a hay maze. And if you live local and your school or your daycare center or wherever you're doing does not come out here, you can take field trips out here. And we have the staff at Ellis who do stories and pumpkin decorating and things like that. And just call Ellis, get in touch with
Sharita or Darla.
Sharita or Darla, and book yourself a trip out here to the pumpkin patch. A retirement home can do the same thing. We have adults and children both. They love it. I love it. I'm an adult, so it's kid friendly. But speaking of kids, they do this fabulous hay maze every year.
They've changed it up this year.
They did change it. This looks like fun. I'm gonna have Dina show you that. I was gonna say. So this is great for kids. They can run through here, get all their energy out before you take them home. That looks so fun. Can we get through there, Dina?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it looks pretty simple.
There's like 3 different ways, 4 different ways, something like that.
What's that?
Mushroom.
Are those poisonous to dogs?
Some can be. Most are.
Oh, you're right. It's hot down. That's not my fault. Okay, let's talk about photo ops, okay? There is tons and tons of photo ops over here that you can do with your kids. I mean, I like to do it as an adult too. But there's Dr. Seuss, there's Curious George, there's Dumbo. Have you seen the new Dumbo movie?
Yes, a Dumbo, and
Yeah,
I'm
tons
put it on
of stuff.
him.
This is Mark, guys. Y'all know Mark.
So what have you already told them that I should already be
I just
telling them?
started in the woods. I almost got bit by a snake, but you're here, so you just tell them what you kind of working on and, you know, what plants you need.
Okay, well, we're in full swing getting ready for the Fall Family Fun Day this weekend. And then Pumpkin Glow, which is going to be October 17th, and if I'm not mistaken, the 18th as well.
I heard about that.
2 nights this year. That's 99% sure, so it'll be 2 nights. We've had 3 loads of pumpkins come in. We have another load scheduled today and another load scheduled Thursday. So we're in the throes of getting, as I think Dylan and Dina just took you through, the hay maze, which this year is primarily made with pallets, and we're just going to have the path lined with hay.
Looks really good.
Thank you. And pumpkins and scarecrows everywhere. Also this year, as we've had in the past, we're going to have 3 bounce houses on Pumpkin Glow.
You gonna bounce?
3 bounce houses, the petting zoo, the pony ride, of course, you know, dozens of photo ops. We'll
We're
have
talking about all these photo ops.
yeah, and
Kid-friendly.
yes, and concessions as well. And then of course I always do my kid-friendly spooky area in the wooded area there. And we have some new things, some new attractions this year that we got last year. So I'm just in the middle today of getting on mums. Hello, mums. We have 6-inch, we have 8-inch, we have 10-inch. We're gonna get 12 and 14-inch, and they price range from $330 to $34.99. And if I'm not mistaken, the 14-inch mums are gonna be like that. They're gonna be huge,
Good Lord.
like a Big Mac pumpkin. So those will be in supposedly by the end of the week.
So I had a couple questions a couple weeks ago. How do you take care of a mum and a croton? What's the expectancy of life on those? Or how do you prevent
Life
it
expectancy
from
is
croaking? How do you prevent the croton from croaking?
Croaking. Well, here's the trick with both of those.
Water.
Crotons they like a lot of bright light. They really can't take much of that afternoon, that west sun. A lot of bright light. Water them when they start to wilt, just like you would your spathiphyllums or the peace lilies. Let them wilt. If you water them too much, they're going to defoliate. They're just going to lose all the leaves. They'll put them back on, but you'll have that Charlie Brown Christmas tree look until they start putting back more leaves on. So, you know, you say, well, should I water every day? Should I water twice? It just depends how much light it gets, how hot it is. Feel the soil, or just let the leaves tell you. They'll tell you. As far as a mum goes, they can take that afternoon sun, hours, and if we haven't already seen them, we'll swing by there and show you. And probably last week you saw them because we've had them out for a while now. They're in the full sun, especially that west afternoon sun. They can take that. Also, the trick with them, let them dry out in between waterings. Don't keep them wet all the time. They don't like to have wet feet. You'll notice that the buds will just start to shrivel or turn brown, black, and it will just shrivel up. When they finish blooming, you can actually just cut, like you're gonna give a haircut with like a number 3 blade on the shears, and just cut all the old buds off. It's like that would be a really astringent deadheading. And they'll put on a secondary bloom. It won't be as big as the first bloom, but it'll be a secondary bloom. And they'll come back year after year. I have the ones that I bought for $1 like 2-3 years ago when we had one of our frenzies. Friday Frenzy! And they've come back every year. I cut them back in the spring because I don't want them, hummingbirds, yeah, the hummers are out. They're still here, so don't take your feeders down. Water them when they need it. Don't overwater the mums. They can take that hot sun, cut them back, get a secondary bloom, and then once they've died out in after the first frost, you can cut them back to the ground. They'll come back year after year.
Sheila's asking, will we have candy corn mums?
Never heard of that. Is that like a tricolor?
Sheila, you said? We have one that's called a Point Pele mum. No, it's not. It's got colors that are similar to candy corn, but I've never heard of a candy corn mum. I'm assuming it has those white, orange, and that yellow color in them. And I have a big variety of mums, but not the candy corn. But I also have those, like back in the day when I was a kid, high school, the mums that they used to use for the homecoming, like we have those that are potted, that are live ones. They usually come in a golden color, purple, like a violet purple, and yellow. And I'll have more of those in probably by the end of this week also.
All right, well,
Yep.
I think we're just gonna walk around. I was telling everybody it's a work in progress, so we're still getting things out and prepared for the pumpkin glow. So everything's not set in stone where it's gonna be. So there's so much more.
Yeah, and I might just kind of pop in and out Or am I supposed to just follow y'all?
You can.
Oh,
Let's go on a tour together, okay? The Three Musketeers.
Follow the yellow brick road.
So we were talking about everything is family fun and friendly, and all these things are great setup for the kids. Even adults have fun with these.
And we have 2 additional cutouts.
I was gonna say, I thought Deborah was making a
One is
couple.
going to be an orange background with bats on it, so they'll have a cutout for like one of the bat faces. And the other one is it's a family.
The
Family
Pilgrims.
of pilgrims.
Oh, the kids stepping fire ants.
Yeah, watch the ants.
Did you see next Monday the weather looks 7?
Yes, fall is it's slowly coming.
Not bad. The weather's keeping fine.
No, it's not exactly. But as Dylan said, it is a work in progress. Whenever the trucks come, we get anywhere from 53 of those bins that you see like at the big box stores, which are like 4x4x4. Either 53, which is a full truckload, or 26, which is a half a truckload. So when those come off the truck, we immediately start putting them to line the sidewalks, to do our different designs, to stock the greenhouse, to do our photo ops. So very seldom do the pumpkins set in the boxes, unless we're just kind of short-staffed and we got a full load. It takes a little longer to get that stuff out.
We don't ship plants.
We don't ship plants, no.
This is just an example of one of the many designs that you'll see. And again, not everything is set in stone. I'm sure people have shopped this, but before the event, they always come out here and make sure that they perfect everything. And again, that's just an example of several.
And freshen them up. And what I do is I'll say to my people, okay, look, let's pick something tall for this center. Let's maybe do a container with the mum. You have to water the mum. Obviously, that one hasn't been watered. It's a little wilty. So
That came from my house
today. And then you want to start with your largest pumpkin, the tallest ones, to make your first ring. If you just want to do like a concentric rings, is that what they call that? Your tallest ones in
golden
the
rings.
very back, and then your next tallest, and then the next tallest, shorter. And I said, just pick different colors that'll kind of bounce off each other. So they did the Jack, then the Crystal Star, then the Fairy Tale, then the Enchanted, which is the flat white, and then the Cinderella, which is the outside, and then those Kashaws to kind of give us some points. But like Dylan said, we have to refresh these every single day because they get shopped. And we encourage the customers. They'll say, oh, can we? Yeah, you can certainly shop the stuff that's out here. We have the same things in the greenhouse, but some people prefer, it's like shopping in a market.
Or a
They
patch.
prefer going out, it's like a pumpkin patch that's kind of decorated, if you will, and they enjoy shopping from the decor, which is fine. So you're welcome to do that.
Hi, Samantha. We are in Longview, Texas. We are 2 hours east of Dallas, an hour west of Shreveport, Louisiana. Penny is asking, what do you do with all your pumpkins that are left over at the end of harvest?
Honey, there ain't no pumpkins left over at the end of harvest. No, all kidding aside, we have some local farmers that will come and get entire bins of rotten pumpkins and feed to their, mostly hogs, sometimes to the cattle and horses. And did you know that they're a natural dewormer? I didn't know that. Not for people, but for livestock.
I will not be sitting down to chow down on a rotten pumpkin.
But we have, they'll go on sale at a certain point, but we don't have any pumpkins left by Thanksgiving they're certainly gone, and right after Halloween there's very few, out of like 5 or 6 trucks.
Emily is asking, do critters ever get in our pumpkins?
Sometimes you'll see a squirrel kind of nibble on them, and if there's any field rats, I'm sure that they'll come up and nibble. The deer tend to leave them alone. What the deer do is
The corn.
knock over our stacks.
And the corn, the
Pumpkin stacks. We don't have corn stalks this year. As you may recall, we didn't have them last year either. Our vendor
You think there's deer
retired.
over here?
Oh yeah, I know there's deer here. We see them. They jump the fence and So the deer knock over some of the pumpkin stacks, but I haven't seen them messing with the pumpkins or the gourds, which is the same thing actually.
Paula, yes, the hours out here are the same
I'm afraid
as
you know what's going on over here.
the store hours.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're answering a question. Okay. So the cornucopia again this year is every year I try to do something a little different.
Never comes last year.
And I say it's the last year for that little girl, and then there she goes again. But this year, I acquiesced a lot of grapevine from the store that was going to be tossed because it was old stuff, and I'm going to cover the entire thing with all of this grapevine so it'll be solid. And I might do a trim of some of that kind of bright orange garlands of fall leaves or not. I'm just going to see what it looks like when I get that done. But every year I try to make it look like it's a real cornucopia. It's filled and it's just kind of trickled out. And it was really, really good the day I did it. And then of course it got shopped, and there's always someone who goes, oh, what'll happen if I pull this bottom pumpkin out? And then of course,
But when he gets done, though, it's a great photo op.
it looks really. And then this year the pony ride is going to be opposite the cornucopia instead of down by the bounce houses. So this will be the
That's
pony
why
ride.
it's empty. Let's go. Oh, they haven't put anything up here yet. That's why it's not.
Yeah, and it's
You
going to be a
kind
pony
of see
ride.
through the trees. Look at that big old pumpkin we have at the road. That lets you know that we have got pumpkins. You know, people call it pumpkins.
They ask when the pumpkins are going to glow. The pumpkins don't glow.
No glowing. I'm going to let you do. Can I meet you at the mom's?
Yeah, we're just gonna go through here.
Okay. Well then I'll just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bring my pumpkin back.
Oh.
So here's another example of just one of the things. But these yellow pumpkins are new, are they not?
Those are new ones. They're actually called Spectre White, but they turn that really pretty buttery yellow the older they
pretty.
get. And they have the little the warts almost like the the one called a warty hub, I think. Yeah. So that's really kind of a pretty creamy yellow they get.
There's the hook'em horns in the Texas over there where she's working.
Yeah, we got Texas
Yeah.
and the horn symbol.
All right, guys, we're gonna walk over to the mums and check those out before we say goodbye. And we don't just have mums at Ellis; they have a variety of fall plants. I know that what's the cabbage, right? That's a good fall plant.
Kale, cabbage, dianthus. Got our first batch of pansies in today. 9 packs currently plus violas, but I'll be getting the 36 count violas and pansies in probably Friday from our vendor.
This is a great example of a topiary that you can do outside of your home. If you have urns on each side of your door that you repurpose, this is great. Mark did this. You can also take moss, Spanish moss, and put up in the creases, and it makes a great topiary. Easy
Yeah.
and inexpensive.
Or get the sheet moss. It's a little more difficult to work with and you can't get that draping effect, but putting the green sheet moss in between also makes all those colors kind of pop.
Emily, it's upper 80s, lower 90s still here.
Yeah, it's
It's not too bad with the breeze, though.
So here's a sample of some of our 6.5 inch. These are the kales here. Cabbage in the background, red cabbage, white cabbage, pink cabbage. We got Nagoya. We have.
Do you plant this at your house?
I
Or you just
know.
keep your summer plants?
I just keep, yeah. I don't do much of the cabbage and kale because I also have rabbits and all that.
Sidebar, while she's showing that stuff, is your cat okay? Did you say something wrong with your cat outside? That's somebody else.
No, I think it's okay. Sunflowers, and we got a shipment of stuff in today, so I have a new batch of sunflowers coming
Thing
out.
right there, that combo planter.
Oh yeah, these combo pots. I just got those in today too, from one of our vendors. So he has all those autumnal colors. The celosia with that kind of a fuchsia, marigolds. It's got a cabbage in there. This one has what they call peacock kale, because it kind of looks like a peacock feather. The peacock, dianthus, some with pansies, petunias, dianthus. So those are really nice, like RTUs, if you will. It's a one and done. You don't have to put it in a different pot.
And I'm just going to have her from here scan over and show all the mums on those tables. Those are smaller ones.
Yeah,
8 inch.
8 inch, and then the last 2 tables are the 6 inch, and then you'll see the entire front of the store is the 10 inch, which is pretty much our best seller,
We can walk it.
I'd say. And this year, they're just huge, the yellow especially, and the white. This year is a big year for white moms. I don't know if it's because of something on Pinterest or in a magazine, or there's a lot of weddings going on, or it's because the white ones come really opened up and show a lot of color. But yeah, I cannot keep the white in stock. It's almost become our second best seller next to bronze.
What's the difference between a viola, and a pansy?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Okay, there you go. This is white.
I know those are pretty.
This is gorgeous. Violas are, for lack of a better description, they're a miniature version of a pansy. They look exactly like a pansy, have the same colors, but they're about nickel size as opposed to, dollar and even larger, like in the matrix and of the pansies. Some call them Johnny Jump Ups. That's another word for violas.
Okay. And here, guys, you can see they've got multiple colors. They've got purple, bronze, yellow, and of course the white, like he just showed you. So there's a variety. They have different sizes. Even some hibiscus left over there.
Yeah, I got some tropical hibiscus for those
Mountain grass.
last. Yeah, I have a lot of grasses to choose from. We'll have our pickup truck decorated again this year with the moms cascading, making like a ribbon of color coming off of that.
Somebody that I know, their son got married and they did an archway with nothing but the plumes from the mountain grass. So pretty.
I bet that was, yeah.
Come on, Mark.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're about to say goodbye. Thank you so much, Mark.
You're welcome.
When I start sweating, honey, you gotta go.
I appreciate it. Y'all don't be a stranger.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Any questions or comments that you guys have throughout anything that you saw today, make sure y'all leave those down below. If you're watching the replay later, you're just as important as the people who are watching live, so leave your questions and comments below as well. Don't forget, we are offering 20% off your entire purchase online only, today only. When you go to the checkout screen, you're going to type in coupon code ONLINE20 in all caps. You will receive 20% off your purchase, including those sale items. Guys, don't forget you can find me at Designs by Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N. You can check out my website, DylanPalmerDesigns.com, for more information on becoming a diva and learning more about floral design. And we will see y'all next Tuesday here at Ellis Home & Garden at 10 o'clock a.m. CST for another fabulous Christmas video next week. So y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Tuesday at 10. Bye, guys.
Bye.